开始直播，
应该要有了，有吗？
开始
有。然后你把这个连接，应该要有了，有吗？
开始
然后你把这个连接，应该要有了，有吗？
开始
然后你把这个连接，应该要有了，有吗？
开始
然后你把这个连接。
好，各位老师，我们刚刚的课程已经结束，那现在让大家稍作休息。我们原本预定是11:05要开始进行议课，那我们待会就是稍微延后一下，会到11:15我们正式开始。 好的，那我们要进行我们今天最后的关于议课的议课流程。那现在呢，就是先请，
我们先邀请两位授课老师先来分享一下，就是在这2堂课上完之后，老师们的想法这样。
好，那我们就从我们 Lisa 先开始分享你上完课之后的想法。
Hello. Okay. Hi. Thank you for watching my class. I found the class very quiet today, but probably because there's like 20 other teachers there watching the students. So this is my first time having a really quiet class. But that made the lesson quite focused, which was quite good. And I think most of them got the concept of foreground, middle ground, and background. Also, most of them managed to complete their design drawings, so that's good. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to having them continue and make the final project. Thank you.
好，谢谢。那我们现在换郑佳老师。
Hello everyone, thank you for watching my class. And for this class, the students still say if they feel a bit nervous because they are full of teachers behind them. And for this class, there are some students in my class early they cannot understand the English very well. But in this class, I think because they sit in a group right now, and some of the classmates can help each other and ask very understanding for the class, and they will help each other. So in the end of the class, almost all the students can understand what is similar colors and how to use them. So maybe in the future, if I have another visual arts class for them, I can teach them to do the more things about the colors. Maybe the not just only the similar colors, we can be another group of colors to teach them. Yes, that's all that I think. Thank you.
好，谢谢老师。那我们接下来就邀请今天有积极参与观课的老师们来给我们2位老师回馈。那我们一个学校推派1位代表就好，好不好？那我待会儿就是直接照这个名单上来点学校。那推派出来的代表，你看的是哪一位老师的课？看的是哪位老师的课，你就直接就是给我们那一堂课给我回馈。那我在这边也补充介绍一下，一样我们双语创新学校3峰国小陈敏旭校长，校长好。好，那我们现在就开始请老师们给我们回馈。第一位我们邀请魅力国小 ，Teacher Jamila。
Hello, everyone. Jamila from Bailey Primary School. First, I would like to say that I observed Lisa's class. Congratulations to you. I thought the class was interesting, different. I haven't seen a class like this taught before, so congratulations on that. Both teachers spoke English, so I think the students were fully immersed. I didn't hear any Chinese until the last 3 minutes. And I think the local teacher only did that to make the students who were presenting feel comfortable, so I think that was really good. I actually didn't feel like I was looking at an open class. I feel like maybe I stopped by and I just peeked into the window or the door. It felt very natural and genuine, so I thought that was really good. I would be pleased if mine was really good. I actually didn't feel like that was really good. The students are really quiet. I'm not sure if that's the usual class, but they were really quiet, really still. still, and I thought, wow. So then I started comparing my students, like, okay, well, what's wrong with our students? But I can tell that you and the local teacher have a really good relationship with the students. I thought that was important to see in the classes. I made some notes, but perhaps I mention you later. I hope I get to this opportunity. I'm interested in the follow-up class. How do you go about finishing the actual project? So once again, congratulations. I made some notes, but perhaps
Thank you, Teacher Jamila. Do you want to give back one now, Lisa? Or later? OK， 对对对。OK， 那我们接下来邀请西浦国小。
Hello, I'm Teacher Ryan from Chico Elementary School, and I was in Teacher Marcus's class. And hello, Teacher Marcus, congratulations for a great job. You did very well in your class, so I was very happy to be a part of it, and I'm impressed by how smooth the transition was. And at the same time, I could see that the demands were so hard for the students to understand, and the teachers was pretty good. However, there was a part that made me a bit sad the way the puzzle time ended, because the pieces are too hard for them, and I bet for our students who want to complete it, it's just that 5 minutes was not enough for them, or I suppose we didn't have one of those teachers. Anyway, however,
Thank you. And 快乐国小。
the puzzle time ended because
Good morning, everyone. I was observing Teacher Marcus' classes. Congratulations too. Okay, you did a very good job, and it went very, very smoothly. I really like the way that you use the analogy to far away and close and color wheel to make students understand the similarity colors, similar colors. And that is a very, I think, very hard concept to teach for third grade. And you did a very good job. And I have no bad comments. You did very well. Thank you.
好，谢谢快乐国小老师。那接下来我们邀请一心国小。
Good morning, everyone. I observed Teacher Marcus' class, and I think it was a wonderful class because it was full of many various teaching activities, from the circle the similar colors, and to look at the real painting and observe the colors in it. But I think that it is. You can try like that. You can show the true painting, and you can ask the children to guess the color instead of putting the colors on it. Like for the 1 or 2 paintings, you can put the colors on it, and the 3rd and the 4th painting, you can erase the color and guess, and let them guess. Yeah. Thank you. You did a very good job. Thank you very much.
谢谢一心国小老师。接下来我们邀请山东国小。
Hello, I'm Ben from Shanfeng Elementary, and I watched Lisa's class. Thank you, congratulations, Lisa, on a great presentation. Yeah, I'm still learning about teaching and learning by doing. Okay, so this is my 3rd month, maybe 2nd month of teaching, and yeah, I just really enjoyed your nonverbals while you were going around the room and looking at the different art and smiling and engaging with the kids. Very good, very good. And just yeah, I want to know the software of the thing you circled. That way I can use it in my classroom as well. So I'm looking forward to talking to you after. Thank you.
Thank you. 那接下来邀请武泉国小。
Okay, good morning everyone. I'm Pearl. was observing Teacher Marcus' class, and I think the learning objectives were well met, and that the students were able to identify and use the colors that they learned in their artwork. And also, overall, it was an enjoyable and great lesson. I think Teacher Marcus did very great, and I like the idea of the tool that you use on the smartboard. Yeah, can you please tell us what it is so we can use it in our classes as well? And the learners were very attentive and they were participating, all of them. So that was really great.
好，谢谢 Teacher Pearl。那接下来我们邀请的是新路国小。
Good morning, my name is Zach. I'm from Sinmu Guoxiao. I observe teacher Lisa's class. I want to say I like how you incorporated the field trip into your lesson. I thought that was very creative and got them very engaged. And I also want to say that they were very attentive and they seemed very happy to be there. So, good job.
谢谢 ，Thanks Teacher Zach。接下来邀请是长庚国小。
Hi, I'm Teacher Maria. I observed the class of Teacher Marcus, and I like the 3 activities that you have: the puzzle, the color wheel, and guess the color, and also the creating of the bookmark. I think the color wheel really helped the students identify what are the similar colors because they have to raise what color is missing. So that's good for them to identify similar colors. And the color wheel also helped them find out what similar means because it means it's close to each other. Just some comments for the puzzle. Teacher Brenda also mentioned that it's quite a lot. So maybe fewer pieces and maybe bigger pieces would help. So that it's easier for the students to form it and they won't be frustrated with not having able to accomplish the puzzle. And also for the bookmark, maybe it would be better to give more guided instructions so that the students can accomplish the bookmark, and also just a little bit more time so the students will also not be frustrated because they can't finish their bookmarks. But overall, I think you did well. Thank you.
谢谢我们来自长庚国小的回馈，因为刚才我听到那个长庚的外师的回馈，觉得很感恩。说我们一直都说我们来观课的时候，其实虽然给老师鼓励，可是不要都说好棒棒，我今天都很好。对，我们会希望听到更真实的回馈，这才是我们观音课最重要的目的。那谢谢我们长庚的外师。接下来我们邀请侨爱国小。
Hello everyone, I'm from Shaolai Elementary School and I'm in Grace. I observed Lisa's class. I have to say this is a really successful class and I really enjoy it. And I really like the concept that you use the pictures of their field trip and got them to recall their memories, and then as a topic they do the landscape art. I really enjoy it. But just a little bit things that's because when you use the landscape, like the 3-4 pictures to introduce and induct them to do the brainstorming, but you immediately to tell them to draw in the pen paper. So students are a little bit shocked, but they catch up you immediately. So my advice is if you want to introduce them to do like this way, then they do this way. If you want to teach them to do like this way, and you do how to say that? You just teach them as because you show them the pictures on the blackboard, so they catch up you easily, immediately. So I think or you don't teach the two sides in both ways. You just teach them one way, so they will catch you more immediately. So that's a very small things I want to tell you. And also, because this is class, they need 2 periods to finish it. So if you can perform as the second period, so everybody can see, because the students have behaved really well, and I really like you and your co-teacher's teaching, because your co-teacher, she assists you in a very soft voice, and the students can catch up easy. And I really like your energy to control all the class, and the students can catch you very step by step and very good. So I really enjoy this class. Thank you, Lisa.
谢谢桂芳老师非常棒的回馈。那我们接下来邀请文华国小。
Alright, so hi everyone, good morning. I'm Megan from Wenhua Elementary School, and I observed the class of Teacher Marcus. Right, so, well, first I can say that the objectives were clear, appropriate, and aligned with the activities. Yeah, I also noticed, just like what Teacher Brenda and Teacher Maria said a while ago about the puzzle pieces, maybe the puzzle pieces were too much, right? So maybe we can make it a little more bigger. Well, even though the students weren't able to finish the puzzle, I think it could have been much better if Teacher Marcus discussed more about it, like ask questions about it. Because your goal there was to look for colors, right? Look for similar colors. Maybe you can have like 2 minutes to discuss or ask questions about the puzzle pieces, why they put them together and why these are separated like that. And then aside from that, for the participation of the students, I think they were great, yeah. But maybe some students don't really understand the commands, right? So we must make sure that before dealing or before jumping into the next part of the lesson, we make sure that the students understand well the lesson properly, or the commands or even the questions properly. But so far, I could say that the class was actually very excellent and outstanding. Yeah, so that's it. Congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. I am Zola from Ching Elementary and Dapu Elementary. I was observing Teacher Lisa's class. Teacher Lisa, I enjoyed your class. I like how you introduced the concept of the day, the topic of the day, which is landscape art. I enjoyed your class in the sense that you asked questions to the learners and they were eager to respond. And also from there to test their understanding, you gave them a task to come and circle on the screen, which is very good. So the transition from that to them searching, I felt it is excellent in the sense that they had already seen it on the screen and also went to the screen to actually show that they understood. So thank you. I'm also new. I've been teaching for like 2 months, so I've picked a lot from your class. Thank you so much, Teacher Lisa.
好的，我们接下来邀请山地国小。
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carla. I'm from Shanti Elementary School. I observed teacher Lisa's class. So the lesson was about art appreciation. So the introduction of the lesson was good. The questions like what looks close or nearby or far away. But I just observed that some students don't answer it right away. Maybe you can put pictures like a sample of something near and something far. Yeah. And but the overall lesson, like teaching them about foreground, middle ground, and background is very good. Students understand it clearly. And also the sharing part, I don't know. If maybe next time we can have, while doing their task, you can have a timer, like 10 minutes. You can ask someone to share, finish or not finish, just like that one. But yeah, and yeah, also some teacher mentioned that the class was so quiet, as if someone threatened them to be quiet. Like that one. But overall, it was good. Yeah, congratulations.
好的，谢谢。接下来我们邀请枫树国小。
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maggie. I'm from Fengshu Gosia. So I was in teacher Lisa's class. I had fun. If anybody heard me as I left the classroom, I was like, wow, that was such an interesting way to teach art. I've been a teacher for many years, but one thing that I've always been afraid of is art. My school knows that, but I really enjoyed the fact that you managed to give me the skills to be able to see how scaffolding and building the skill for students can be able for the students to be able to retain what we want them to learn. So I want to thank you for that experience. I enjoyed the class a lot because you managed to make the class about them and their life experience and bringing that background knowledge in order for them to apply it to whatever it is that you wanted to learn. Some things that I also appreciated was your checking for understanding, getting them to check with you that they understand the concepts. That was amazing. Something that I like to say is here is some golden nuggets that I want you to work on with your students going forward. A really important thing for students is being able to see with their eyes and learn. And I feel like if we use our bodies, we use the pictures, or we use some other visual representations, the students are able to retain more, and you can be able to check that they know the vocabulary that you want them to learn. How do we do that? We get them to apply it as much as we can. You say it and they repeat after you. Something else, the last part, I'm just going to say that, is the students were able to do the task because you and the teacher were going group by group to do the activity to further explain. But something that I've learned in the years that I've been teaching is any time in the classroom is a teaching moment. The minute that you realize that, 5 students, 10 students don't understand what they need to do, you can stop the class, then show them what they need to do. That is by using whatever resources that you have in the classroom, like the picture that you drew, you could repeat that action so that they could see what it is that you wanted to do. Then you don't have to keep explaining to one student and then notice the other one, try to get to them in time. But I really had fun in the classroom. Like, you've opened up my mind to art in a completely different way, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks, Maggie. This is great feedback. 那接下来邀请幸福国小。
Hi, good morning. My name is Teacher Jet. I'm from Shekfu Elementary School, and I was with Teacher Lisa's class. So here's what I observed. The lesson was really focused on the content of the subject, which is really good as well, since that's the objective of this program or class. And teacher used the students' pictures as examples, which made it more relatable or engaging. And also the students were encouraged to answer and speak in English, which is very good. And one thing I have observed, or maybe I just did not hear it, there's not too much encouraging words that were used, like very good, you did it good, something like that, during the class discussion when the students participated. And during the activity, I really like that they are roaming around, making sure that every students are doing their activity. And what else? And also one thing I have observed is that during the activity, it could be more manageable if the teacher provided like a time frame for or allotted time for the activity to be completed. So in that way, maybe all the students will be able to complete the activity in a specific time. So that's it, but overall it was a great class. Thank you.
好的，谢谢。接下来我们邀请大埔国小。
大家好，我是大埔教导主任。我现在来中文版的回馈，因为我们外师是跟文清是同一位。好，那我要讲一下，就是我刚刚看的是丽莎老师的艺术课，然后他教的是前中后进。然后老师呢，他今天非常用心的设计课程内容，所以非常有层次，然后浅显易懂，然后学生也知道今天要完成什么任务。那老师以那个学生的户外教学的照片回忆作为引导，然后让学生很快速可以了解前中后进。然后中师其实也很棒，他就是小孩不懂的时候，他会用比较简单的英语再重新复述一次，就是让孩子们了解今天要做的事情。然后我觉得比较可惜的是，就是老师请学生上台圈前中后进的时候，学生都没有讲话，就只圈这个动作，所以班上就特别安静。那我觉得5年级可能可以让学生有更多口说的机会。然后再来就是小孩在创作的时候，就是没有小组讨论这一块，所以我就可以加入一些让小孩讨论可以有故事性的内容的话。这个创作可能会比较完整，像有一组就是在讲晋级的巨人，学生就比较有共鸣。对，所以我觉得老师可以加入多一点，让学生讨论跟口说这一部分。好，谢谢。
很好，谢谢主任的回馈。那我想今天的这个参与，我们都会希望每一位外师都可以做回馈的意见，所以我们可以邀请我们今天还没有发言的外师，一心国小秘 Teacher Samantha。
Hello everyone, I am Samantha, and I observed Teacher Lisa's class. So, first thing, congratulations teacher for a job well done. So here are my suggestions. My suggestions only. So, first thing, I loved about Teacher Lisa is that she encouraged actually her students to participate in class. She was calling who wants to circle the foreground, the background, and the middle ground. You were calling students, you encourage them. However, I think you need to add more examples so that more students could participate in the class. So aside from that, I love the idea wherein you let the students design first their landscape before putting it in the actual output. But I think you should use the cooperative or the collaborative approach where students could work in teams so that they could brainstorm ideas and it would make the designing of the landscape easier and it could be finished in a small amount of time, so that they could have much more time in crafting the exact output. So that's it. And of course, I love how you facilitate the class well. Like you were roaming around the classroom, you were asking if they understood your instruction and what are they putting in their background, in the foreground and the middle ground. You were assessing the students, whether they get it or not. So I do appreciate that a lot, teacher. And you work well with your local teacher. I appreciate that as well, because you have like unison with your local teacher. Without you asking for her help, she is already there helping you, giving further instructions, and she also helped you in giving classroom management, like telling at the beginning of your lesson, she already informed the class to clean their desks. So it's a good routine and for the local teacher as well. And aside from that, you could ask more questions, because I think one of the teachers said that not everybody unanswered or gave their thoughts about your lesson. So maybe you could ask more questions. Or if somehow they seem quiet, you may restate your question to make it easier and answerable by the students. That's all. Congratulations, teacher.
Thank you。那我想谢谢各位来自各校的老师们分享的回馈。那在我们前方呢，也有2位在我们双语的教学课程设计、融入数位科技，甚至跨领域的课程的规划里面都有相当丰富经验的我们双语辅导团的2位推手老师。那我们现在也邀请我们的推手老师来给我们今天实施课程2位老师给回馈。那我们首先邀请的是一心国小王玉琴老师。
Hi everyone, I'm Nancy from Beijing Elementary School. Because Lisa is right here, I observed Lisa's class, so I'll just sit and then I'll talk to her. Okay. Alright, hi Lisa. So the same thing, I really like the field trip pictures, the idea of putting them in the class, and also you showed many different examples so that students have a clear goal of what they're going to make. So I really like that. And I like the way that you walk around the classroom, you chat with the students, and let them talk about their design. Yes, and you and your co-teacher create a very friendly and warm learning atmosphere, so I like this a lot. Okay, and I do have some suggestions. So if I'm in the classroom and the students are quiet and a bit shy, I will usually be more energetic, and I'll give them more time to think about what they're going to say. And I'll also ask more questions. So for example, when you ask them to describe what they see, I can tell that something is really what you say, and they say it in Chinese. Then they might be unable to speak it in English. So you can say, oh, this is, what you say that is the boat or something. You can ask them to repeat after you, and then also, so for what they see, when they're unable to say it, you can repeat. Also, you can point at a specific thing. And then, oh, what's this? And then they know, oh, this is what we're going to talk about. Or else they look at the whole picture, they might don't know what they want to say. Yeah, yes. And then another thing I want to say is that, so at first, they might seem to need a lot of support and a lot of repeating, but then after a few weeks, you can tell that, oh, they are able to tell and describe what they see. Yes, so it's a way to build their language. Yes. And then, for the part that you were introducing different ground, the foreground, background, middle ground, I would, if I were you, I would teach them in a slower pace. So first, this is the foreground. What can you see? Is it far or near? Is the house far or near? Is it big or small? So if it's for the foreground, and this is the slide, I would say, oh, foreground. And I'll put a very big word, big and near. So that when they're designing, they will know, oh, this has to be big and near. Yes, so it will do it in also for the middle ground and the background. Yes, and the other part is that when you're doing the activities where they have to draw, I will guide them step by step. So first, please split the paper into 3 parts. Okay, can you show me? Oh, very good. Now let's draw the foreground. How should we draw that? Oh, big and near. Very good. Okay, so let's draw. All right, you have, for example, 10 minutes to draw the foreground. Next, let's move on to the middle ground. So that they draw in the 10 minutes, and you also help them and give them instructions in between. So that way you can have more time control. Yes. And but overall, I think you did a very good job because I'm poor at art. Yes, so I actually did learn a lot, many few good ideas, and I would really like to try it and implement it in my class. So thank you and congratulations for your work today.
谢谢玉贤老师非常精辟的分享跟回馈。那我们接下来邀请的是五全国小魏燕老师。
Hi everyone. Hi Marcus. Nice to sit here and talk to you. Thank you. So congratulations. I see a very excellent class today, and you give students multimodality learning. You show them the PPT on the visual parts, and you let them learning by doing like puzzle games and making bookmarks. And you also invite, I like this part, you invite students come to the stage and to pick the colors and to show them the similar colors. And you use your body language to show them close and far away and to tell them what similar color it is. But I still have two parts I want to discuss with you by asking you a question, and after you answer me, and I will give you my suggestion, okay? So the first part is the puzzle game. I want to ask, what is the purpose for this activity, and why do you choose these pictures to let students make puzzle? Yeah, you answer first.
I choose this puzzle because the pictures is some of it is famous painting or some of it is in the sky, and their colors are different. They are very different. Maybe the painting is a sunny day, the sky is very blue, and some painting is about the night, the sky is a dark blue, and so they can choose the puzzles for the colors. We can solve the puzzle and choose the color, and they will find the different sky has a different colors, and they can find this kind of sky will have this colors, and this colors belong to this kind of sky already. Yes.
Oh, okay. So, if we want students to know in this lesson plan, we want students to know similar color, right? So, I assume in this part, you are going to let students learn to know what similar color is. So, in my opinion, if I were you, I would divide the students into 4 groups as well, and I will pick only one pictures. For example, the track field in Darken Elementary School, and this is a big picture, and I will show them on the PPT. And the 4 groups they will get one of the puzzle, one part of it. So after the activity, the whole class will make the Darken track field puzzle together. So that can make students more like they will not get easy frustrated because their time is so limited. And the second part is about the bookmarks making. You give students color wheels so that they can make sure they use the colors to make their bookmarks by seeing the color wheels. But I have 2 questions. Do you tell students how many colors they can use on their bookmarks? And the second question is, how do you know or check they really understand the similar color is when they are making their bookmarks?
I tell them there's maybe three colors, 3 different colors, and if they want more, they can use more colors to draw their bookmarks. And how I check they understand the similar colors. I will go to find that student and check what's the time you use, and I will see this color is belong to this time, and or you use maybe for sunset she use orange, red, yellow, and okay, so she use the similar colors, and maybe somebody she maybe want to draw the tree or the cat. So this I cannot check very well because there are many things in he or she will run. So how can I check for them? Maybe it's in the end of the test I tell them, show a color wheel and say we learned similar colors today, so what kind of colors do you use? But I didn't ask them, so maybe it's the way I need to change for this class. Thank you for
Okay, because in the PPT you show them similar colors by using 3 colors, right? So if I were you, because the color wheel is a circle, you can see lots of colors on it. And if you don't tell kids the limitation of the colors on the bookmarks, they will have like cats, they will have sun, they will have blue sky, but they are not similar colors. So if I were you, I would give the limitation of the color on the bookmarks, only 3. You use 3 colors. So that after the activity, you take the student's bookmark and you can easily check, okay, you understand the similar colors and you don't. Yeah. And the last suggestion is the color game. You give students color paper, right? So after the game, maybe we can ask students to put away their color paper because some of them, they're playing with their color paper when you're explaining the similar colors. 7 of them. Yeah. Thank you.
好，谢谢魏燕老师，我觉得这是很棒的专业对话。那最后我们还是也邀请我们已经观课应该有上千场的超明教授来给我们一个总体的回馈。来，欢迎超明教授。
Okay, I don't have too much time to stop at 2 o'clock. Okay, anyway, I think we did a lot from these 2 classes. I think most of us just enjoyed these 2 classes. 2 classes are well designed, well organized, and basically the 2 classes are divided into 2 parts. The first part is about introduction. The second part is about student practice, right? And they did both of them did a wonderful job. And of course, they were nervous. It's not students and teachers were nervous. That's not their problem. That's our problem because we were there, right? We make them nervous. But anyway, still, I need to give some feedback here. As for the first class, I think both of them seem to have the problem about the second part. Now, whenever you want to teach some idea or some concept, how are you going to explain to students in simple language? Now, since your students are 3rd graders or 5th graders, the English they have limited English vocabulary and the language proficiency not so good. I'm going to explain that, for instance, the landscape art. There are several complicated ideas involved in landscape art, or in the colors, or this kind of thing, how to do the bookmark, what is bookmark, maybe bookmark, the function of bookmark, the skills of doing bookmark will be too challenging to your 3rd graders. I'm going to ask them to do that. How do you ask them to do that step by step? So I want to emphasize, when we want to show students how to do anything, why don't you just use the skateboarding, show them instead of telling them. Like teaching them like the babies, step by step. Show them, okay, this is the first step, you have to cut your paper into this, and then try to show them, okay, you can have the shape there, you can do this and this, okay, you do this, and then the first step, and then are you done? And then let's move to the next step, like in the military training. But the same thing can apply to Lisa's class in landscape art, right? Okay, and another part about this landscape art, there are several elements involved in landscape art, right? Like you can talk about the perspective of the composition. Today you want to see them the so-called the depth of the field. Okay, the foreground, middle ground, and background. But why do you have to do this kind of 3 levels of depth? And why do I have put a lot of things in the foreground and middle ground and the background? And the background maybe should be objects in the background should be blurred, and in the middle ground I should highlight the objects in the middle ground. And how about the foreground should be bigger or what? I'm not going to do that. But in the second part, you also try to do, okay, you create your own landscape art. So how am I going to do that? Am I going to make my object in the foreground bigger, and then my middle ground a little bit brighter, and the background a little bit blurred, or what? Let me show them how to do that. Otherwise, students just do well on their own, and they are confused. And what should I do? What should I do? And then they just copy all that kind of symbols on the screen or what. So teach them some knowledge and skills. When you want to teach them knowledge and skills, they have to come on your demonstrations. They have to come on your demos to show them some of the simple skills, step by steps. Okay, that's more important than just give them. Okay, you do this, you do that, you do that. So skill comes on the teacher's scaffolding approach. So what I want to emphasize here is that whenever you talk to a student, try to manage, control your language. Don't to be articulate. I don't ask you to speak very fluent English or speak English as fluent as native speakers. Of course, you don't have to. For local teachers or even for foreign teachers, your English is very good. You're native speakers. You don't have to speak so fast, right? Try to cut your sentence into short one and show your passions, show your enthusiasm for your students. You keep eye contact. You are talking to a student, not talking to yourself. So, Marcus, when you talk to a student, try to keep eye contact with your students. Keep your sentence short. 3 words in one instructions. Tell them, okay, I'll call their name. Ellen, Tom, what are you doing there? Do you need my help or what? So in this kind of connection with your students, still will enjoy your attention, enjoy their attention. Don't use, you are going to do this, you are going to do this. So say, we are going to do this, we are going to do that, we are going to do that. Don't use you, use we. As more important to say, we do this together, and you do this your own. So don't use another we, don't use another you. And use sentences in a very simple way. 3 words, try to use choppy sentences and to be articulate. That's what I mean by controlling your language, managing your language. And the second part is scaffolding, showing your student step by step, showing how to do that, not telling how to do that, and show them how to do that by step by step, step by step, like teaching your baby, like teaching a 3-year-old baby, because their English is not good enough, so use a lot of props, like body language, to show them how to do that. That's what I want to share with you today. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
那最后呢，我还是要邀请我们双语联盟学校的总舵手，我们龙科国小的校长冯校长来给我们指导。欢迎冯校长。
总舵手刚刚讲完话了，就是我们的超明教授。我想一定要借用大家的双手，再次谢谢我们的超明老师。他每次的桃园都要很早，我们都很不好意思啊。今天在大坑呢，我们常常在想。桃园百灵果在生老师的协助，只要有心的校长，都可以在学校发光发热。大坑就是一个非常好的例子啊。昆明校长在这边足足迈入第6个年头。我私底下看到很多老师都窃窃私语啊，哇，大坑学生的程度比我们学校都好，没错吧？有感觉哈。给我们每位主任一直点头，对不对？那个也很不错。那我确实在大坑看到，正确的方向，民之所欲啊，只要上重视，团队的脚步一定跟得上，就会在这里发光发热。发光发热的不只是小孩，还有你跟我。这个真的让我非常的感动。这几年呢，除了孩子在双语这条路上，我们看到曾老师不断的给我们一个很正确的方向，尤其这2年，有更多的老师积极的参与我们双语的培训、研习，或者是各项的活动。再一次代表教育局来感谢大家。未来我们还有非常多的课程啊，我们都会在脸书官网，很多的管道上都提供给大家，不管是万事带你读绘本， 或者是各项的研习，再次鼓励大家，在哪里生根就在哪里开花。双语因为有你，我们做得更好。也谢谢今天我们推社老师非常专业的一个表现，他们都准备好了哈。那再次谢谢大家，下一场在我们的一心，也鼓励大家能够踊跃出席。谢谢大家，谢谢慧萍，谢谢大根的团队。
好，谢谢超明教授，也谢谢丽校长给大家的鼓励跟肯定啊。那我想没有一场完美100%完美的课程，可是我觉得在双语的路上，我们可以一起携手前行，共同的学习。那我想最大的获益者，像校长说的，不只是学生，也是我们也是我们的老师本身。那也借用大家的双手，给我们2位今天上课的老师最热情的掌声。虽然新手上路，满满的热忱跟积极的态度真的很不简单。那今天的观益课就到这边结束，谢谢大家。
好，谢谢大家今天的参与。那待会要离席的时候，请帮我把反馈表的资料放在桌子上，然后其他的资料你都可以带走。那我们东西带好之后，到我们的对不起。这样，我们是不是要拍张大合照？好的，对不起大家。然后你们就是我们这边坐这边就可以。好，对，从上面拍下来。好了，好。
上面拍下来。
好，校长，我们拍个合照，谢谢你。让你们2个人一起来。
我们要比还行吗？
好。第一个动作比赞，第二个动作比耶，赞。第三个，我们有第三个吗？好，我们最后一个给力。
战力强。
好，谢谢大家。好，那待会要离席的时候，请帮我把反馈表放在桌子上，其他的东西都可以带走。那我们前方有准备今天的便当跟饮料可以做选择。另外就是刚刚签到的时候，如果有未签退的老师，请帮我进行一下，顺便进行一下。